Every once in a while, LEGO Star Wars will give us the perfect set. And just as often, they will give us a set with the wackiest design implementation that you can imagine. However, in recent years, there has been a new trend arising. The subtly inaccurate sets that have absolutely no business being so inaccurate, and I am not talking about that Obi-Wan Kenobi minifigure. I'm talking about the inaccuracies that have no explanation whatsoever. The Obi-Wan Kenobi minifigure has an explanation to why it looks the way it does. LEGO wanted to cheap out and reuse the Mustafar printing. It's understandable if they wanted to save money. It doesn't make it excusable, but it at least makes it understandable and there's an explanation to it. What there is not an explanation for is the placement of the guns on the General Grievous' starfighter. You can look at any source material for this ship and pretty clearly tell that the blasters on this vehicle are placed pretty far up. They almost protrude over the edge. I mean, especially in this image right here from the Clone Wars, you can see they are very far up. Why the LEGO designers decided to put the stud shooters this far back instead of, say, moving them up a few studs, which is not very hard to do, it takes basically zero effort, no extra pieces required, is completely beyond me. Some inaccuracies on the set, such as the shaping of the front area or the gap where the back fin is, are completely understandable. LEGO has its limitations, but the placement of these stud shooters is not understandable at all because it doesn't make sense why they had to be placed so far back. It by no means breaks the set, it's still an awesome set, but it also by no means is the only example of this. Enter the 2021 TIE Fighter, specifically the very top. Go back and watch the movies, look at any piece of source material online, and you will see that these 4 black windows on top are clearly supposed to be pointed behind. And what do we find on this LEGO version but the black stripes pointing out front? It makes no sense why this could not have been corrected. Every other version of the TIE Fighter we've seen has had the correct orientation of the top windshield. The fact that this wasn't caught by anybody at LEGO is rather alarming. Spinning around the top dish is such a minor modification to make to this set, but it's really a necessary one, and it makes no sense why it has to be a modification in the first place. Now, the last one we're going to talk about is the 2021 Armored Marauder. Specifically speaking, the turret on top. It cannot turn a full 360 like it can in the show. And the most annoying part about this is not that it's just how the design had to be to make the Marauder work. It's that they threw on this random piece right here that really doesn't belong there. Take it off, which is really quite easy to do, and voila, your Marauder turret can turn a full 360. And these types of inaccuracies are not just annoying, but also so very perplexing. Some inaccuracies are completely understandable. One, they serve a purpose, such as the U-wing being too tall. Yeah, it makes sense, you need to fit minifigures in, so it looks a little bit proportionally off. The LEGO V-wings not landing properly because of the inherent limitations of LEGO bricks. And then you have some sets where you're just like, okay, the guy who designed this was completely off his rocker. But then you see things like this, and it just leaves you confused because the sets are really good in every other aspect. Why they have to have these minute flaws that should not exist because they are some of the easiest fixes in the world really just makes no sense. But what are some ones that you know of? I would be curious to know of some more that you might add to this list. Let me know down in the comments because I want to hear what you have to say. And speaking of what you have to say, did you enjoy this video? If you did, leave a like. And also, if you did, which you probably did if you've made it this far, then you should probably subscribe so that you can get more content like this. And also check out a video on the end screen now, because all these videos are made by me and are therefore quite similar to this one.